difficult a task is this going to be?
Oh, I think this is a difficult game for us. First of all, away from home. Secondly, against a very, very fine side who are looking themselves for a place in the top 8. So that would be. Oh, sorry, he's translating. I apologise. And so it'll be a difficult task. We've left ourselves an uphill task here in terms of results. So it's up to us, but we still have a chance.
They're not in a particularly good place results-wise just now. Is that something that you can take advantage of?
Well, I'm not sure about that. I think their European results have still been pretty good. So, and that's the competition that we're in. So, yeah, from our viewpoint, I think that we're in a decent frame of mind. We want to give it a go, and that's exactly what we'll do.
I think that win in Rotterdam last time out would have been big for you. You maybe felt it was going to be your final European game in charge of Celtic. Does it now feel like an even bigger win because it means you're in a position now where over the course of the next 2 games you can help Celtic progress in this competition?
Well, that would be nice if that was the case. Of course, then we've since played another game and got beaten, but we're ready for it. I'll pass that over to the young man to the side of me here. But we think that we're ready for the task. We know how difficult it's going to be. As I said earlier, they're a very strong side themselves. And while Serie A form might not be fantastic just in recent weeks, then and we ourselves are trying to recover from that, from our own league. But we have a chance, and that's what we're going to try and take if we can.
With how close the title race is, there's obviously been a lot of focus on the Premiership, but just how important is the Europa League to you and the club this season going forward?
Well, I'm if obviously if I'd been in here from the start, you could have made some sort of plans for it. For my particular plans, I'm not saying mine are any better than anyone else's, but I would have been able to have focused on that. When I came here into the football club, I think that the team it's been a wee bit of a struggle, but our focus was to try and get back onto the domestic front as much as anything else. We were well beaten in Michelin, taught us a bit of a lesson, certainly physically, and they were very, very strong. As I've said to you umpteen times, kind of knew that anyway because I had been there a couple of weeks earlier at the City Ground where they demolished Nottingham Forest. But we tried to learn from that. We came to Feyenoord and played really brilliantly during the course of the game, even coming from a goal behind. But we'll need all of that there tomorrow night, all of that. And in terms of where we position it, we're in the competition. We might as well see if we can get through.
There's been so much talk about transfers over the last few weeks, and I think maybe some supporters have been getting agitated about it. How relieved are you now being at a point where it looks as if that first signing is close to being over the line?
Well, that would be nice. I think that Seb here would say that the squad needs supplementing. We need some help from, and that was nice, I must admit. And we've got some time still left to try and get a few more players in. If it's at all possible, I'm hoping that it will be.
Are you hopeful that there could be anyone else in the door before the game on Sunday?
Well, obviously this here takes, at this minute, immediate priority, of course. We get back on Friday and we're working away, and that I couldn't really tell you at this minute.
With looking at Thomas Schwanchera, he looks like quite a big physical profile of striker. Is that maybe a bit of a throwback to the type of striker
he's not
that you had
actually
previously?
a target man, believe it or not. He's not one that you're just going to. He's quite quick, and he's not really that. And that's something I just want to say to you, that he's not the John Hartson type, or I suppose when Chris played alongside Henrik Larsson, that type of thing. But he is. He's quick and he's agile, and he wants to prove himself. And but if you think that he's the immediate answer to any sort of problem we have, I'm not sure that I would want to throw that sort of responsibility on him.
Can I just ask you about Anthony Ralston? There were suggestions he may not have travelled. Is he okay? Is he with the team?
Yeah, he's fine. Yes.
In terms of the rest of the squad, is everybody else here and fit that was?
Yeah, the people who, absolutely. The people who are eligible for it are fit, obviously. the players who weren't in the original squad, and then well, I think that's it. You know, there's a squad made way back in August time, and those would have to have been left out. Otherwise, we're fine.
Just in terms of, obviously you got that great performance in Rotterdam. Do you feel, having been in now a few games, that the team is capable of producing that sort of display? Did you sense that there was a wee bit of confidence to restore? Do you think you're at that sort of place now?
Well, I would hope so. I mean, that's obviously the aim, but I'm not. I think that we're well aware that we've got a big fight in our hands from a side that wants to try and make it to the top 8. It is away from home. It's a difficult task for us, but all we can do is really put absolutely heart and soul into it, and that's what we intend to do.
Sorry to go back to transfers, but now you've got possibly one through the door, that there has been talk, kind of speculation about players perhaps interesting, your own players interesting other teams. Is it feasible that you would let anybody go at this stage, or do you need more players in before you even think about that?
No, well, that's if some of our players are attracting big attention, that's well done to them, if that's the case. But no, I would like to think that we could add to the squad, and then we'll see what happens after that.
Sebastian, how excited are you to play in this stadium? It's a pretty historic venue.
No, I'm really excited. You know, every game when you play for Celtic is special, and also when you play in Europe is even more special. So for me to have the chance to hopefully play tomorrow, I'm really looking forward to that.
It's been a bit like a roller coaster for you, I think, since you arrived at Celtic. What's it been like for you and the players with everything that's been going on?
No, as you said, it's been some ups and downs, you know, and now I feel like we are on the right path, you know. I feel like the group are together, and we just want to win games, and hopefully we can do that tomorrow. So,
has that been difficult for you guys to try and get your head round the changes in the managers and everything that's going on, and some of the results haven't been as good as you'd want it to be? Does it feel as though a corner's been turned now?
No, I think as everyone knows, when you play for Celtic, you have to win every game, and everyone is understanding that, you know. So of course it's been difficult when we haven't when you have lost, of course. But I feel like as a group we are really strong, and I think we just have to stay together, and as I said, I feel like we are on the right path now, and for us it's just to keep going now, because I feel like we have so many important games upcoming now. So I'm just looking forward to that.
You're obviously a former Bodø Glimt player. Another incredible result for them last night. Do you still take inspiration from your time there and what they've achieved in European football, and hopefully from your point of view can take that on with Celtic?
Oh, yeah, as you said, it was especially the result yesterday was really amazing for them, especially when you see the history, you know. It's brilliant for them. But you know, when you play at Celtic, you know, it's every game is big, you know, and when we also we play in Europe, we want to win some matches like that, you know, and of course we can take inspiration, but we just have to focus on ourselves and try to get better.
The goal you scored at the weekend, are you hoping that that's a sign of things to come for the next few months up until the end of the season? Yeah,
of course. I think as a player, you know, and as a winger, you know, I want to produce goals and to make assists, and maybe have lacked a little bit of that. So for me to score in the weekend was really amazing feeling, and so for me I just want to build on that one. You say you maybe lacked those goals and assists. What would you put that down to, and what do you feel you're maybe changing to try and fix that? No, I think I just try to work really hard on the pitch with the coaches we have. We have so many greats in our team, so who I train with a lot, and I try to do some extra, try to improve every day, try to watch videos, and also I think maybe one of my main issues have that I haven't scored the easiest goal, like to be on the back posts to score those goals. So that's also we've been seeing videos about, and hopefully I can score more of those also.
How do you feel the Africa Cup of Nations helped you? You seem to have come back with confidence. Does that help you?
No, I think it was our experience, a great experience for me. It was my first competition for national team, and so it was the experience was really amazing. Of course, we wanted to go further, but it is what it is. But as I said, it was a great experience, and I came back with a lot of energy, and just try to help Celtic to win games.
You said a few times you know that you have to win every game when you're at Celtic. That's expectations. How do you feel you've adapted to dealing with those demands?
No, I think of course it's different. I played in Norway and Sweden, and when I played in Sweden, it's also we had we was supposed to win almost every games. But I think when you come to a club like Celtic who have won so many things, it's of course is different, and you have to adapt to that one. But it's also one of the main reasons why I wanted to come here, is because we fight for everything. We fight for the league. We fight for Europe, for cup and everything. So it's been different, but I really enjoy it.
Do you have any more questions? No?
Thanks. Hi, Martin. Celtic, obviously a very historical club, and enjoyed fantastic European campaigns under you in the early 2000s. What do you think the club need to get back winning in Europe at the highest level?
Well, that's a very good point. What do they need? They need obviously a very, very strong team, and able to compete at the highest level. I think that's the ambition again. Obviously, it's been set aside quite some years ago, and because the side had been successful, had won first British team to win the European Cup, I think it set a sort of a standard that the club has attempted to get to, but will find it very, very difficult. Now, obviously, even since my time in 2003, the landscape of football has changed again. It is difficult. The big teams spending fortunes, absolute fortunes. Premier League is awash with money, and then you're talking about, for instance, players being bought for 60 or 70 million pounds who don't even start in people's teams. A 35 million pound player is just run-of-the-mill. It's considered run-of-the-mill. That's the difficulty. That is a serious difficulty. So, and when I came in 2000, we, for a stage anyway, were able to, compete first of all with Rangers, which was big, but secondly, we were able to acquire some really, really good players at the time. Now, what you're talking about now, as I say, a totally different scenario. Premier League, for instance, you took the Bundesliga, you're talking about the leagues, and it's difficult. The SPL, there's not the money in Scotland, and therefore, things will eventually, if that's the case, then at some stage or another during quite a number of years, then that level will drop. But it's up the club itself, I think, hopefully Scotland in general, clubs in particular would try and, overcome some major obstacles, which there are now at this minute, financial major obstacles, to try and compete again. But that might take some time.